Hello students, welcome to class.
Every day's a new day.
Let's look at your comments.
To learn, to discover your empathy.
Thank you for being here today.
Every day's a new day. To learn and to be vegan with me.
All right, let's pause this video and let's go down to the comment section and get right into it. So let's have a look here. If we look at the comment section, remember that the comment section is supposed to be helpful. If there are comments here that have nothing to do with the subject, which is veganism, then we are going to remove them if they are cruel. So let's have a look here at this one. Begin here. This person writes, every day is a new day to learn about God and Jesus. Now, this isn't about veganism, but if God is truly kind, then God would want us to not hurt the animals. And if Jesus was truly kind, he would never have hurt any animals. So learning about them is not a bad idea. Anyway, it says in the Bible, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, which means be vegan at every meal. Here we have a copy of the New Testament, and at the beginning of it actually are the 10 Commandments. Let's have a look at the ones that apply to veganism. Do you see this one here that says, thou shalt not kill? It doesn't say thou shalt not kill people. It simply says thou shalt not kill. That means it implies to everyone. You also see here it says thou shalt not steal. That means you don't steal from anyone. It doesn't say thou shalt not steal from people. It says don't steal. So if you are paying somebody to kill an animal, you are breaking the 10 Commandments. If you are paying somebody to steal the wings off of a chicken, you are paying somebody to not only kill, but also to steal. So be vegan at every meal. Our next comment is by Latva, and Latva stands for Leave Animals the Fuck Alone. So already the name is great. And the person writes, looks scenic, which is nice. Not exactly helpful towards the animals to give the vegan message. Would have been better to remind us to for example, eat tofu and not animals or something like that. But for now, I'm going to leave that because I know that Latva is a great animal rights activist in general. I have no idea why this person is writing, I was surprised for you, but I think he means surprised with should be a D at the end, maybe a period here. I don't know what you're talking about here. This person writes here, Billie Eilish is the only vegan I like. And the reason that this person is saying this is probably because Billie Eilish does not talk about the animals enough, which is one of the reasons I don't like her. She should be writing more songs about veganism if she is truly a vegan. Here we have somebody who writes a question. This is your answering questions video. I want to become vegan, but can you tell me the best plants I need to buy that are best for me? Thanks. Well, what you can do is simply Google that. All right, I cannot spend all of my time listing the answer here, Maddie, because there's only one of me and literally thousands of comments every single day that I wake up. All of this information is accessible to you by simply Googling it. So next time, Maddie, go and find out the information and be helpful. And instead of asking the question, come back and educate people. That's what you can do next time, okay? We get so many strange people writing things. I'm glad she touched grass. I don't know what you're talking about. I was literally in a car and I was going to a hill. And yes, I did walk on the hill. But my mind, I'm glad she touched grass, my mind. This is probably supposed to be two different sentences. And then you write, she problem eats it. Like, I don't know if you speak English, but I don't eat grass. I eat vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. So this is completely unhelpful. I'm going to just remove this comment. Not going to ban the person because it's not overly mean, but it's definitely not helpful. This person writes, do you even respond to comments? And yes, of course I do. But remember, there's only one of me and there are 570,000 followers that I have. Try to have some empathy in your heart and understand how difficult it is to respond to everybody. Even this comment is completely useless. Instead, why don't you write a vegan fact that you learned here, such as plants have protein, animals feel pain, be vegan, or something like that. Now here's an example of a great comment. Plants don't feel pain. Exactly. That's wonderful. Don't forget though, when you're spelling the word don't, it should be D-O-N''T because it's a shortened form of do not, right? Plants do not feel pain. Should be a period at the end of your sentence. Now in this case, it doesn't matter that much because frankly, I think the word don't should be spelled like this. We don't really need the apostrophe. But you should have a period at the end of sentences so people know where one begins and one ends. But again, in this case, you don't have a follow-up sentence, so it doesn't bother me that much. Now we have Latva again, and this time there is a detailed comment. Vegan, for the animals, they deserve protection. For the planet, home of animals, to show you're sane. Exactly. Sane people are kind to animals, not cruel. For our mental health, to feel good about not paying for suffering. For the environment, less trees are cut down by vegan farms than animal slavery ones, allowing animal ecosystems to not be wiped out. This is all great. Hopefully one day you will be vegan too, or if you already are, happy Vegan Declaration Day. This is great. Thank you so much for this. What I really like here is somebody wrote, question, how do you get protein as a vegan? And somebody, a wonderful vegan, decided to answer, lentils, beans, tofu, nuts, chickpeas, etc. So this is extremely helpful. My advice to this person, though, next time is instead of asking it here, simply ask it in Google and then come back and teach this yourself. You see, you were a bit lazy. You asked somebody else to give you the answer. So you can do the research yourself and come back and be a teacher here. Oops, almost forgot to press like and a heart. Here's a person who writes, hi, I'm a big fan and a vegan. All right, let's push a thumbs up there and let's put a heart. This is great. Just remember next time to add something to this. You can already have a pre-made comment that says, hi, I'm a big fan and vegan, and then you can say why. I'm vegan because I saw the documentary Earthlings, or because I saw the documentary Dominion, and I love being vegan because, you see, Amy, if you have a pre-written paragraph, every time you see one of my videos, you can simply copy and paste that exact same comment every time I post a new video, thereby being a little bit more helpful. Okay, I do appreciate the support, but you can go the extra distance, Amy, and you become a vegan teacher very easily. Here we have a completely unhelpful comment. There's a dog in the video, and the dog apparently is saying something that is very unhelpful, completely cruel, and so this person is going to actually get banned. Okay, there's a button here that says hide user from the channel. We're going to just do that. Hide the user. This person is here in bad faith, and we are here to be kind. You could have had any other comment there that would have been helpful, and you wouldn't get banned. This says, why are lions able to kill us, but we can't? Lions are obligate carnivores, period. They have to eat animals, period. We don't. We are also moral agents. We can choose right from wrong. But lions are like children. They don't know right from wrong, period. When we know right from wrong, we have an obligation to choose to be kind and not cruel, period. You're not a lion and you live near a grocery store. So be vegan forevermore. This person obviously just is here to be cruel, so we're going to deliberately ban this person because they're not offering any value to the channel. Hide. They will never be able to write anything cruel again. This person says, I fully respect what you're doing, but then continues to show that he or she does not, in fact, respect what I'm doing. Because the person says, I can't force it on people, with a weird question mark here. I don't know why you have a question mark here. But if you respect what I'm doing, then you will follow what I'm doing and not hurt animals. I am not forcing anybody to be vegan. I'm simply here talking about it. And if you're too stupid to understand that, then you don't belong here. Also, you don't have a capital letter at the beginning of your sentence here. And you write that I cannot say stuff about God and Jesus, which I actually can and I have done. And we should be speaking out against people who are massive hypocrites, who hurt animals, despite the fact that their religion clearly says that they should be kind. So we're going to remove you. This person says that my song sucks, so if you don't like my songs, then you can leave. You can be hidden from the channel and never have to be subjected to it ever again. Boop. Here we have another person who's writing a vegan-phobic comment, and we can just remove them as well. Can hide them from the channel forever for being cruel on purpose.